Hello everyone and welcome back. Another tutorial, the thing that some people have asked about. Today we are making, or I am showing how I personally make hair. And as a short disclaimer, there's a short video that will come right now, showing the first iterations of hair that I did. I don't have the old models anymore. I had to clean space, I had to make space, I had to clean up, and I kicked the old models out, but I can show you the horrible renders I made. So, see you right after the video. The first hairs that I made back in 2016 to much later were just these blobs of shapes with some add-ons. For example, this illustrates this very good. It's just a blob with a bigger blob on the back, and this was basically what I made for hair up to 2021. So this is the same hairstyle you just saw in 2021. You can see there's a bit more detail. I used simple different shapes. This is basically what I worked with just now. So I have iterated the whole thing again, which comes down to, just need to find the right which comes down to hair that actually has this detailed small look. In this case it's a beard, but this is the first version of this when I tried this out to make a beard. As you can see, I did the hair in the same way, and this is what I'm going to show you today, how I make this level of hair. And as a reference, we will use this image. This is a character of an anime, obviously, and this is the reference that we will use today. So I'll have that in the corner as we work, and I'll show you basically how to make the base shape of this. This is basically the third iteration of this would be the third iteration of this hairstyle, with even more detail, with even more elements of hair to it. So yeah, I'll most likely either skip part of the or fasten part of the tutorial, so I'll show you the base steps. The repetition will mostly be in fast forward, and depending on the time, I will put the rigging of the hair in another tutorial next time, which will also then include transfer to DAS, so we will have another look into that. Yeah, and that's the tutorial we are going to make today. Okay, let's go. First things first, I use Genesis 2 female as usual. As I said last time, probably use Genesis 8. It's a much better model. It's more detailed in some places. It has better mobility in the joints and stuff. It's just, I'm so entrenched in Genesis 2, and with all the money I spent on it, I'm not going to change, but yeah. Okay, we know our basics tools. Let's go. Hair. Starting with a cylinder. Really simple. Actually, let's start in the middle of the head. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Sections. We want 2 sections, which means we have so sections means how much lines you have separating your object, and points per section means how many vertical sections you have in this thing. And we're going for 16. Sounds good. Okay. The A button means close all, which means we have a top and a bottom. We don't want that, so we just hit accept. And this is our base. Okay, doesn't look like much. Let's go. First off, I'm going to scale this a bit. So right now I have the selection option. So right here under your manipulators, you have the option to choose selection or world or bounding box. In this video I will switch between selection and world a lot, and I'll show you why later. Okay, we're going to change the position. Make sure that your Genesis to female Genesis model, whichever you use, is also in the 0 position. If you import this from DES, it has a 0 position, or it has a starting position. This is the position you always want to work in, because this is the position that everything you put into DES translates back to. Okay. So our shape is in the 0 position in this case. We are going to first form it a bit. Yeah, make it a bit flatter, and then we're going to select faces. Select just the random face, and if you hold Control, you get the extrusion option, so you can extrude this. This is the same as when I use the extrusion tool. It happens exactly the same way, so I use Control because it's just that much faster. Holding Shift lets you select multiple faces, and what we're going to do is we're going to just more or less randomly extrude a few of these faces. I should have probably, okay, let me start over. I should use more. Okay. Instead of 8, instead of 16, we probably do 24. This gives us just a bit more, variance to choose, and this just makes it look a bit better. So more is always better. Ha ha. In this case, it's true. Yeah, and you can pull them out really far, as you can see. This is actually totally fine. You can opt to go just half of it and then go to work with it, but I strongly suggest doing the whole hair. Because you never know how you will bend or turn or twist your hair, and then you have the flat side out, and this isn't what you want. Okay, we're still in the select faces option. We're going to right mouse click, lasso select all the faces on the top, delete them, delete the one on the bottom, and this is our basic shape. We're going to now squish this a bit. Okay. Central hair. We have the Bell Dundee pick in the corner, so you can see this. I have it on my other monitor. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to set this on the head. Actually, I should position this to 0. Okay. And now we're going to select edges. You can either you can do this multiple times, multiple ways. I mean, just click on it and press L to select the whole thing. You can use the lasso selection. Just have to make sure you select the whole thing. See that it is right. And I'm going to go to World now. Simply because you can see that I already have some weird angles here and I don't want to fiddle with that. So I'm going to the world selection, which is much easier. Okay. Next thing, we're going with the extrude again. So either Control G if you have this on a hotkey, or just hold Control, move this a bit, and at this point, oh, by the way, if you misclick and you lost your grab, Control V, yeah, edit, redo, edit, undo, will reselect whatever you have selected. So if you just lose your selection, you can just Control V that. Okay, Beldandi has rather high forehead, so we're going to pull this inside the head now. Okay. We can pull all of these onto the head so that the center of this is on the same height as the skull that we're working on. You can go above it. This will just increase or decrease the volume of the hair a bit. Okay, and we're going around. Okay, we should probably not go that far. And at this point we can slightly grow smaller. So as you can see, I'm using the holographic view to adjust the size, to scale the whole thing down, while I'm using the side view. Doesn't matter if you lose left or right at this point. To put the whole hair around the head. And I can tell you always, at the beginning this will look really weird. You will look at this and like, this will become hair? How am I going to do this? And trust me, it will work. It will look like hair. Okay. Actually... Okay, we're going to pull this out here and make it smaller, because she has her hair pulled into a ponytail. So we are going to put the ponytail here. Okay, we're not going to close this, we're not going to meld this, we are just going to leave it like that. I mean, this isn't we don't want to make the whole original hair, we just want to make something resembling it. Okay, now you have two options here. Option one is use select faces on the shape you just made. You select the middle thing you started with, you press Ctrl V, you press Ctrl V, and you have another setup to go by. You can basically just repeat the same process. What I personally like to do is, this will take a bit more time, make another shape, choose a slightly different number of faces so that it definitely doesn't look the same as before. And do the next one. This is time consuming. I know. I mean, we're already at 11 minutes and we haven't done anything of substance yet. With the other video, we are already at like 15 minutes. So yeah, this is a lot longer than expected. So we're definitely going to do the we're definitely going to do the rigging in the next video. Okay. Okay, this doesn't look so good, so I'm actually going to do the easy variant here. Copy paste. Now this is going to get interesting. You have to somehow angle this around the head, and this is where the fun starts, because now you have to work in a kind of what you can do is actually okay, no, flip the whole thing, and now you have basically a second version of this that doesn't look completely like the original. And you have something to work with. Okay. Step 2. And this will get a bit more complex because you have to change camera angles a lot, see what you are working on. Actually, let's go into world selection. This makes it a lot easier. Put in some good music, which I haven't because I'm trying to talk here, but yeah. Okay. One more. Already angling hard, and as you can see, I'm just jumping back and forth. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. By the way, we're just... I am usually just doing one side of the head, and then I'm copy-pasting everything but the centerpiece. So I will probably call this center, so that I know which not to copy. But yeah, don't be afraid to copy-paste. Nobody will notice. I can not promise you that, but I'm pretty sure that nobody will notice. And don't be too hard on your own art at this point. Just do what you like, do how you want it and how you like it, and be happy with your own art. You're not doing this for anyone else, and if you are, just remember that they only ask you because they couldn't do it themselves as well as you do. So whenever you do a commission and somebody says, yeah, it could have been better, then I know this isn't the this is one of the reasons I don't usually take commissions, because I don't like people being like that. Yeah. I should probably go to rear view here. Just remember, yeah, these are people who can't do it themselves, who are asking you to do something they can't, and I lost my idea. Okay. I'm going to make the rest of this in the fast part, and we'll see each other on the other side of this. Okay, at this point we have the first hair tip, and I'm doing this very simply. You go to select points, you drag and lasso select all the points at the end, and then we're going to vertex tools, we're going to weld points, this one, this one, and it just welds all the points into one. Press enter or accept, and we have the first of the hair streaks at the front. Yeah, for the bangs we are basically, yeah, at this point we're going to cheat a lot. Copy paste, pull this to the roundabout middle of the head. Move a lot of stuff around. Okay, here we go. Just make sure your figure actually can see, unless you don't want her to, of course. Yeah. And yeah, at this point we're going to get smaller again, angle this and choose all the points and link them. Okay. For this one, we are going to angle this a bit and then draw inside. Okay. So if you want to do smaller bangs, I suggest you copy paste this part, like the tip and like 2 or 3 elements above it, 2 or 3 sections above it, my bad. Angle this a bit, pull out this bit, and then you are good. Size it down. I mean, if we don't want this to be in front of the eyes, actually, let's prolong this. If you think you don't have enough, if you think this is going to look weird in the end, you can just like select one of the lines, press K to select all of them, and then use the connect to this one, and you have another set of have another edge. You can just move a bit so you have better angle, and then we're going to oh, okay, this well, my bad. Okay, if you just angle this a bit and maybe move a few points around, nobody will see that this is just copy paste. I can promise you that nobody who doesn't see you do it will know. So yeah. Okay, we have enough distance to the head with these. Okay. Yeah, for the funny streaks in the front, you can basically just do the same you already did. Okay. Now we are coming to the really interesting part. We are going to have to make maps for everything we just did. Okay, this video will be about 30 minutes, I guess. Well, the result will definitely prove us right. Okay, so we are going to let all these disappear, grab the center one, and we're going to make this very easy. Just grab one edge on the inside, press L to select the whole edge, and you can see that this goes to the other end, and we left this open on purpose. Now we are going to go to UV. We are going to use the unfold tool. For me it is Alt and B, but yeah. Okay, and you can see that the line we marked is marked blue. This means it is a seam. We are going to click unfold with current settings, and here we have our hair. Okay, click accept. We're going to select all the points. Yeah, I'll do a separate video about bump maps, and especially about bump map on here, but I will make one. Next video will be about bump maps, or about maps and map textures and stuff in general, how I make them. Okay. So far so good. Okay, in general you want to try to get most of the space. Okay. Second one, same idea. Grab an edge on the inside, Alt B, or unfold. Accept. Grab the whole thing. You can, if you want, like smooth down the edges, so you can put it easier inside the barrier, the whatever it is called. I don't really. Okay. Remember the center of our hair. The part that the people see is on the outside. Yeah, this is on the middle of this, and the part that nobody is supposed to see is on the inside of is on the outside of this. So basically there will be a visible cut, but it will only be visible when you know where to look and when you know where it is. So for most people it won't be visible. Okay, yeah. I think I did a thing on how to do this, so I will fast forward this again, and we'll see each other again when I'm done with this. Okay, if you get to the part with the bangs, if you just select a thing and press L, you will get both sides. You don't want that, so in this case you will have to actually do this manually. Basically hold shift and select the whole thing and make sure that you have actually one line and not multiples, which can sometimes be a bit tricky. Yeah, This is the reason, by the way, I prefer the orthographic view to the perspective view, because you can just zoom in so much better. Okay, if you selected this to the tip, you do the same as usual. Press Alt B or use Unfold. Unfold with current settings, and you get this shape. And the rest is the same as before. We can basically use that as it is. It's really good. It's really good unfolded. We are going to shorten this a bit, so we make sure that everything is inside. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, and that's how you do tips. Okay, now that you're done with all the pieces, we have half a head. As you can see, we are going to grab everything from not the center to the rest. We are going to, okay, this is center 2. So we're going to pull that up here so we can grab everything that is the side. Select the center 2 and smooth this down to smoothing level 2. Deselect. Throw a little view at it. Okay, I have no point where I see the skull clipping through. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, I can grab this piece and move it a bit more. Okay, better. Then I can pull this up a bit. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, looks good. Now we're grabbing everything that is not the center and copy paste. We have 2 sides now. The simple trick I use is I'm copy pasting the position, then I'm going into the size, into the red one, so the X value. Set a minus before and press enter, and it reverses the size. Then I'm going to position, press minus, Control V to enter the position and enter, and we have a head. That is so far so done. Have a few bangs. Everything looks okay. Not great, but okay. Yeah. And there you have it. Let's... Okay, one last step. You're going to grab all the pieces. All of them. And now you can see that in the UV everything is overlaying each other. And now we're pressing, going to materials. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we're going to press new. New. Calling this air. Accept. Make sure you save in between. Make sure you save in between. Every 5 minutes, like clockwork. Trust me on this. You do not want to lose all your progress just because you forgot to hit save. Okay. Let's grab this one. Pull this out and grab this one and pull this one out. Okay. Actually, let's take yeah, we've added a bit of stuff here, just to make it look less weird. But yeah, okay, this is basically how you do it. You can fill around with this, like what do you want and what does what. But this is basically how I make hair in the moment. I'll add the ponytail, but I will do this basically off screen, so you don't have to see. This is basically the same. Just do the same as with the bangs, the exact same thing. And there you have it. That's my tutorial on hair. Enjoy, and see you guys around.